When you think about an exchange program, what comes to your mind? A college study abroad or something like that? Recently, I got the chance to stop by World Chicago, an exchange organization that does a whole bunch of stuff, but basically describes themselves as bringing the world to Chicago and Chicago to the world, with a broader humanitarian goal that I'll let their team and a unique cohort I got to follow around tell you all about. You ever wonder what innovation is going on around you? Tap into Chicago's ecosystem of teams, founders, and creators working to make the future something to look forward to. This is Hustle Gurus.
The world is becoming more united day by day, and globalization is just a force that is undeniable. WhatsApp or Facebook, social media, or just the way that manufacturing has become a multi-country and continent phenomena where goods and services can't be defined by countries. It's inevitable that we all need to get along. We can't live in a world in which people are divided. Through a lot of forces, not all good and not all bad, people have a lot of misinformation about individuals. There's no better way to kind of combat misinformation and demystify cultures than direct person-to-person interaction.
World Chicago creates programs like this where all of these people are entrepreneurs from the Caribbean islands in South America, each person with their own separate business behind them.
I am from Haiti. I own a fashion company that is specializing in designing and producing bags for fashion lovers.
I'm from Brazil. I'm co-founder at a credit marketplace for agribusiness. We help farmers to connect with lenders.
From Maracaibo, Venezuela. We offer social marketing services and branding services for entrepreneurs and small brands.
From Haiti. I am the general coordinator and founder of Health Education Project. We do preventative healthcare, a go-to community that are completely cut off from healthcare access. And we do hands-on, and then we also do preventative healthcare.
But I wanted to know how they even ended up as a member of this group and what they were even going to do.
We should probably connect with the embassy.
World Chicago is a nonprofit organization that hosts international exchanges sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. So we are bringing emerging leaders recommended by our U.S. embassies abroad to learn best practices from our professionals and to learn more about life in America and in Chicago. One of our programs is called the Professional Fellows Program. And we are bringing entrepreneurs in the tech and innovation sectors. And they come and spend a month in Chicago. They are embedded in a company, learning best practices from that organization, and then going back to take those ideas back to the region. What we have seen is the impact of the culture shift, of young people going back and saying, you can be an entrepreneur, it's a successful, viable career, and you can stay in your country.
Didn't get to film these guys with their host families, but did while they were gaining insight and inspiration while running around the city, going to places like ICNC, an industrial incubator on the near west side for entrepreneurs who need commercially zoned space to create physical products. The World Chicago group of Caribbean and South American founders, got to talk to their counterparts in the city making dope products.
So one of the biggest challenges is just getting people and organizations to understand, especially for professional meetings, what am I getting, what are they getting? So just having people support us and see the value of citizenship diplomacy and just creating these connections at the citizenship level versus at the diplomat level would be wonderful.
Incubators are like the Disneyland for entrepreneurs, you see?
My goal is to show people personal stories and to put a face to a name. So when they meet a fellow, hopefully want to get involved in becoming a citizen diplomat and working on international relations locally in Chicago.
Right now in Venezuela, all the entrepreneurs are working like really hard to tell the stories, tell how they are doing business in this extreme situation that we have, how they are being successful but under these circumstances, and they are like creating jobs, they are like reinventing all the styles, how they communicate their businesses and try to connect like, in a really emotional level and being more authentic and real.
We're just discussing about lunch issues here. Like serious stuff. The amount of time that it takes deep dish pizza to be cooked, you know?
We believe every citizen has a right to help shape our foreign policy, and we call that citizen diplomacy. And there are so many ways to be involved. You can host a visitor in your office when you're talking about their professional work and share best practices and ideas with them. You could host a visitor in your home for an overnight stay, or you can host a visitor for dinner in your home. And so they can sit down, break bread with you across the table, and really get to understand Americans better.
I'm the co-founder of Inca Moda. Inca Moda is a textile company. We design, produce, and commercialize products made by alpaca fiber. The problem, families that raise alpaca in Peru, they live in poverty, and because of this situation, their children are vulnerable and have been victims of human trafficking. They are sold as a labor for informal mining. This is the solution we are giving them. We create different vivencial artisan workshops where they train in different fashion trends. Oh no!
Growing up in a poor community in Haiti and being the oldest of a family of 10 people, I have lived and witnessed the broken health system in my country. I'm sure you would agree that beside all the needs of a human, healthcare and being healthy is one of the most important. Like my mom always say, problems are meaningless when you are in good physical health. Good health play a vital role on poverty reductions in Haiti. More than half of the populations don't have access to healthcare, with only 3 doctors for every 3,000 people. A study made by the World Bank showed that most of the disease that Haitians suffer from could have been prevented through prevention. Yet, the government and international organizations are not concerned about that.
I guess one other way to get involved is we have interns in our office, young people who spend time working in our office and get exposed to international exchange. And so we're always looking for more interns.
Hi, I'm Chad Seid, intern here at World Chicago. Let's talk. It varies every day, which is really cool because it's always something different. I think if people had more awareness of like citizen diplomacy, how important it is and what it is, it would definitely help not just the organization, just the world in general. Right now, I'm working on, we're hosting some people. The project that they're coming here for is implementing national English curricula for multilingual societies. And these people are coming from mostly South and Central Asia. We put together packets for them, welcoming them to Chicago and itineraries of stuff that they're going to do.
Our website is worldchicago.org, www.worldchicago.org. And that's the best way to find out more information about what we've got and sign up for our email list, which goes out every week.